I should have stayed home and watched The Beekeeper. What's up, guys? My name's Krispy. I hope you like the Hugh Hefner look. I'm not changing out of it. I am really comfortable right now. I didn't even realize I looked like Hugh Hefner, honestly. I just liked the color scheme. I thought it looked good, you know? I still think it looks good. What the f are you talking about? Okay, right, movie review. I just saw Argylle. I just got back from it. It is directed by Matthew Vaughn, and it's written by Jason Fuchs. I am so sorry if I am butchering that name. I've never done that. What are you talking about? It is about an author played by Bryce Dallas Howard who writes a spy fiction series. Said spy is Argylle, played by Henry Cavill, who has a partner in crime played by John Cena. She's really well known, and her books have this really odd ability to sort of like, you know, she predicts the future in a way. Her books have successfully predicted so many actual conspiracies and so much actual spy shit, and because of that, she is being hunted down by, like, this universe's version of Spectre. And as she is being pursued, she is protected by a spy named Sam Rockwell, and along the trail, she falls down a rabbit hole of secrets that are gonna change her life forever. Okay, that part is actually cooler than it sounds, I promise. Let me just start by saying I was looking forward to this one. I really liked the cast. I really liked Matthew Vaughn's direction. I think that he did great work with Stardust, Kick-Ass, Kingsman: The Secret Service. I thought he did a pretty good job with X-Men First Class too. And I don't like all of his movies. Frankly, I think the Kingsman franchise was a bit of a one-trick pony. First movie worked, after that, kind of downhill. But I had high hopes. I like his work. I like Jason Fuchs' writing. I thought he did a really good job with the first Wonder Woman, and I figured those two minds together combined with this cast would have made for a nice spy thriller tone and a good sort of like stylistic over-the-top camp adventure that I could have fun with. And I gotta admit, I expected more. Does that mean it's a bad movie? Well, let me get into that. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I thought this one was just sort of passable-ish. And it sucks to say that because one, it did get hyped up, and two, in its defense, it's coming off the heels of The Beekeeper. This gloriously balls out 90s time capsule going John Wick on Josh Hutcherson and his phishing scams. Dude, that symphony of goodness is what Argylle has to compete with. It was a very high bar, and unfortunately Argylle doesn't come close to it. And unfortunately, that's what happens when you go for corny but don't capture the charm. You just get this thing that kind of like Wonka before it, and definitely like a lot of what we're getting from Hollywood right now, unfortunately, just isn't a hit, but it's not really a miss either. It's mediocre. For one thing, they advertised Henry Cavill and John Cena so much. You would think they're gonna be the main characters, as they probably should be. They're both very charismatic, they're both very entertaining, and it turns out they are bit part imaginary characters who only get like a few scenes of screen time. And I don't dislike Bryce Dallas Howard as an actress. I've just seen this character so many times before. She struggles with finding a work-life balance, but secretly this part of her work is this sort of shell for like a double life she used to live. She's like if they tried combining Jason Bourne with like Sandra Bullock's character in like The Lost City or whatever that like lame Indiana Jones knockoff was called. And I feel like Bryce Dallas Howard felt the same way. I felt like she really didn't know where to land with the performance. And yeah, with a character like that, it is kind of hard to know what direction you want to take it. And I definitely feel like Bryce Dallas Howard didn't know where to take that either. I feel like if they'd gone in a direction that they went in with like, say, Haley Atwell's character in Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, you know, she's not completely inept from the start at all, but she's in over her head, and she's in a kind of game that she has never been a part of before. And part of her arc is, you know, taking on that mentality. But she's already got a starting point. With Bryce Dallas Howard's character, it's like, you know, it's the super spy and the sort of inept comic relief who's never done this before, and it's just kind of cringe and annoying, unfortunately. And on top of that, I know we've been spoiled by movies like this, like, you know, John Wick and again, The Beekeeper recently, where so much of the action was done with practical effects and stunt work. They CGI the out of this film, man, especially in the third act, which is a shame too, because they do have good fight scenes. Like toward the beginning, they do a really good job, you know, combining Henry Cavill's sort of like imaginary Bond-esque borderline bulletproof super spy with Sam Rockwell's like more relaxed, more down to earth, more grounded, more, you know, very skilled, but like takes a lot of hits and has to power through. They do this thing where like she's seeing the fight and then she's imagining Argylle doing the fight, and it's kind of cute when they do that. And Sam Rockwell's performance actually is a plus in the film. He kind of reminds me of Owen Wilson as Mobius in the Loki series, which I think is a really good performance. He's got that sort of like easygoing, casual and cool under fire charisma that I like. And also like Bryan Cranston is in the movie. All right, him I liked. Here's the thing, I don't know how much of that is because of the performance or because I'm just like that pro Bryan Cranston at this point. Think Heisenberg as Ernst Stavro Blofeld. It works. It works. He and Sam Rockwell are definitely the redeeming factors of the movie, and there were so many points. They have a twist with her character where they reveal her connection. They reveal why she's able to predict these, like, you know, real life spy events the way that she does. And I think it's actually a really good use of an otherwise pretty tired trope. I think they actually do it really cleverly. But that's one of several moments where like they almost have me. They are able to get me to have fun for a second, and then they just get dull again, and I end up trailing off and wondering why the f I didn't just stay home and watch The Beekeeper. God damn it. So yeah, in summary, it's not like a horrible movie. It's just more mediocre Hollywood whatever, in one ear out the other. I have no reason to see this movie again. Yeah, this one kind of sucked, sorry to say it. I had high hopes, and in its defense, it was coming off the heels of one like banger of a dumb fun popcorn flick. It sucks to go in hoping for a Bond movie and getting something that feels more like Spy Kids. But yeah, this one, bummer, dude. I'm gonna give this movie a 73. Yeah, that's generous. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, please make sure to like, share, subscribe. Come join the Krispy Kingdom. We are all royals here. I also have a gaming channel. I have a Twitch. You can find my work that I have done with my buddies over on the Global Nerds podcast down below. You can find links to bigger projects such as Power Rangers, Unworthy, The Psycho Menace, and plenty of short films that I have done with friends of mine, such as Red Alert and One Heart. Thank you guys, as always, for jumping in here. I would love to know in the comment section down below, by the way, what did you think of Argylle? What is your favorite spy thriller? For me, it's between Casino Royale and GoldenEye. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Make yourself part of this conversation. Join in. And this has been Crispy, and that's it. The Krisp has spoken. Take care.